second. So we are live on YouTube. Hello, everybody on YouTube. My name is Clinton Brito. I'm going to be your host today, and I'm here with Rogério. Today we're going to talk about social media, trying to attack a different angle of social media. Maybe, I don't know. Rogério will answer this question in the end, but we'll see.
Yes.
First of all, like always, we are going to introduce ourselves to everyone on YouTube. So, Rogério, could you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yes. Good evening to everyone. I'm Rogério. I'm 49. I'm married. I'm from Rio de Janeiro with my family. I'm an accountant. I'm here to talk since May from this year. So here's a good place to practice English, to get confident, to meet people, to share ideas, to follow. Uh, this channel is important to if you are motivated with language or you'd like to become polyglot. I think it's a good place. I have another, as Clinton said, we have another language that you can play, you can learn, you know. And finally, in my free time, I like to play my guitar and practice exercise like running. That's it.
What kind of music do you like to play most?
I just love to play gospel music. Yes.
Okay. Do you play for your church or something like this?
Guitar, I play just at home, but I play ho, ho, wait a minute. Sorry, I play in the church. I play Holy Holy First. I think okay, French horn. Sorry, French horn. French horn is a instrument. It's like a caracol. I don't know how to say caracol in English. It's a middle instrument. It is an instrument from the orchestra. In Brazil, we call trompa.
Nice. It's very,
Yes.
very much more difficult to play this kind of instruments, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes. It's difficult because the when you play, you need to move your mouth to a little, just a little, to just to assoprar. I don't know how to say assoprar in English. Yes, embocadura. You need to take a good embocadura
To blow,
to
assoprar.
blow. Nice to blow.
Yeah, when you play a guitar, you set your fingers to the right place and that's it. But
Nice.
when you have to blow, you have to reach the right tone, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
it's
you're
it's
correct.
very much more complex.
Yes, you're
Big
correct.
respect for these instrumentists.
You're correct.
Okay, so introducing myself, my name is Clinton Brito. I'm from Aracaju. I'm calling from Aracaju, Sergipe. I'm 31 years old and I'm married. I have 4 pets. My professional background is in business management and financial markets, but I'm currently in transitioning careers. I've been studying software development for almost 2 years now and I'm trying to get my first job in this new area. Um, in my free time, I like to stay home, watch movies, TV series, live sports, and I also like to practice sports too, and to travel as much as possible. So this is me in a nutshell.
Okay.
Like I said before, today we're going to talk about social media. I know it's a very common theme talked before, but let's try to tackle another angle on this matter. So, Rogério, could you read and answer the first question for us, please?
Yes. How has social media changed the way people connect and communicate? Has it made relationship deeper or more superficial? I think a bit of thought. Apologies. For that. I think the social media came with the internet. It's revolution. The word, I think it's the word correct. I don't know. I think the social media changed a lot. The internet changed a lot, changed the how we can communicate very fast. You can use your cell phone, you can use your notebook. It's difficult to use the telephone inside of our room. You know this. We had a telephone.
A
And
wired phone.
yes, yes, but we don't use more. It's just a cell phone. I think to communicate with social media. For example, I have a LinkedIn. I always communicate with my friends, another guys, from the other company, headhunters. Uh, uh, I always making a new friend, new connection to learn something, to learn something with them, or to practice something like my profession. I think change a lot, change the world a lot. We can use it, for example, WhatsApp and communicate with the guys on other and a part of the another part of the world. It's a deeper relationship, in my view, from my view. I think yes, I think it's a revolution allows the world.
But when you compare to the past, think about your past relationships prior uh, social media. Do you think the connections that we have today, especially the time you spend on social media, these connections are more deeper or more superficial compared to times prior social media?
I think we are spending many times communicating, connecting with social media nowadays. I think in the past you just have Orkut, you know, Orkut, or Beep, or what this another is Beep. There's different cell phone that we
Irk.
don't. Yes, in different cell phone we don't have display, just numbers. You know, just to talk and to answer to ask. So I think it's the way with we can communicate it's changed a lot. It's more easy, more faster, as I said before. And the past is I think it's nowadays it's more cool. You know, it's more cool, it's more interest to take the cell phone to see a word in few minutes to see many things at the same time that you like or that you is that you if you have some hobbies you can follow you can see. I think it change a lot.
Yeah, you said a little bit about how your interaction, especially about networking opportunities, has increased over the years, especially um, talking about LinkedIn,
Yes.
and for me, it's a great network for a great social media for networking opportunities. But when I thinking more broadly in social media and interacting and m- meet people, new people, and the bonds you construct over the time, I have more difficult to see how could this kind of relationship be deeper. In my case, usually these kind of connections are more superficial, uh, because I have difficult to build memories about these relationships. Of course,
Yes.
if you, for example, if you play online with your friends and you are on Discord talking to your friends, it this builds up more strong connections. But usually this is not the case for me. In my case,
Okay.
usually my interactions are more superficial on what even on WhatsApp with my friends than if we are in front of each other in a real presence, let's say that
Okay.
way. So maybe I'm more in the side of maybe social media becomes made our relationships more superficial than before. But yeah, we have the big problem for me is because social media, we spend so much time on this kind of sites, apps, etc. Then spend our time compared to the past. In the past, you separated your time between different kind of tasks or seeing people interacting with people in a physical way, and we are much more addicted to this technological stuff, and most of our free time are in front of a screen. And you could take the example of social media, but you could say you could watch a movie on Netflix or something like this, or even your computer. If you work from home, it's more easier to uh, don't see the time passing through, and many times you are doing overtime if you work on private sector especially, and
Yes.
we are spending much more our time on in front of a screen than compared to the past, and for
Yes.
me
Yes.
this is the biggest problem.
I agree.
And most of the time are on social media because the way these apps are constructed, built, uh, it's to make us more addictive to these services. It's the attention. Everything's about retain
Yes.
your attention.
Yes. Yes. I just like to add, the we are building many technologies, since the stove, refrigerator, TV, or computer in the car. The forget the name of the car. The car we have a system that we can communicate with the social media, with the world. We are building this, and if you see this these tools can communicate with the world, with the social media. We can use the stove or refrigerator to create a cake, a pasta, something like that. So we not so hide with cell phone or notebook. The men are building another tools that we can use. I am become a old guy, so I think. I remember when, I don't know if you remember the store Mapping. The name is Mapping. There was a big store in the downtown of São Paulo. I remember this store used the machine, the computer. The display is dark and the letter is green. It's so old, computer. Yes, yes. I'm so old, guys. I
It's
saw.
like a matrix,
Yes,
matrix
yes,
screen.
yes, yes, like Matrix. I saw how the social media changed the world, changed the communication, the relationship. I saw. Yes,
And
yes.
this take us to the right to the next question, because uh, the impact of how social media uh,
Yes.
works on our life. Many people are talking about the mental health thing about social media. And the second question, in what ways do you think social media impacts mental health? Are the effects mostly positive or negative? What do you think about this?
I think they could impact both positive and negative. If it depends of the way of the use this tool, I think. For example, if you watching bad movies, bad I mean movies or cartoon that you have a bad influence. I think it's prejudice if you are children, if you are adolescent, could be prejudice your mental health, I think. But if you use these tools correctly, positive for our mental health, I think it's helping a lot. We can make a relationship, you can meet some people, important guys, you can learn something about you, would you like to learn, or you can improve your languages, you can improve your professional life. You could be here, sit in your kitchen as I am now, and travel around the world, seeing other countries, visiting some museum or whatever. It could be health for your health. Could be healthy for your health. Yes, could be health for your health. I think, yeah, I think that impact very well. If you use these tools positive, I think.
What you said is key. I mean, if you choose carefully how you're going to spend or
Yes.
invest your time on
Mm.
social media,
I
um,
yes.
it's go on, go on.
I know some guys that you watched many Japanese cartoon.
Yeah,
Uh,
animes.
yeah, yes, nowadays they become with depression. They they don't they don't get to they didn't get to avoid this depression or to become free because the impact is very hard. You know, I think we can use it depends of what you how you are use this tool, positive
Yes.
or negative.
Yeah, animes is a like animation, but Japanese animation, and we as Western people, we are more used to watch animations like Disney and this kind of things, and DreamWorks, etc. So Japanese culture is very different, and many of these animations, Japanese animations, um, sometimes people watch this kind of movies and they are not prepared for
Yes,
the theme, because animation for us is something for kids, but for them it's many times is for adults, and
yes,
you have to separate well what
yes,
you're watching. And if you are, for example, very young, and you're watching very violent animes, this is going to be bad, I think. um, but there are a lot of animes for kids, so the problem, like you said, is to choose what you're going to invest your time properly.
yes,
This is key.
yes, yes,
And when we talk about mental health impacts, uh, this kind of self-esteem issues has impacted a lot of not children, but uh, people like 14, 16 years old, the teenagers.
Yes, yes,
This kind of people are very fragile for this kind of impacts from social media. And for example, if you, I was reading about this today, how old could should a kid be to watch a movie on the movies? I was reading about this today,
yes,
and people was discussing on this forum and saying, "Oh, my kid is 4, and it's okay for him to watch a movie on the movies. He can pay attention to the movie, understand what's going on, etc." Of course, I'm talking about movies for children,
yes,
but other kids had very difficult to concentrate what was going on the big screen, or if you're watching a movie at home. And a lot of people talking about how bad YouTube was doing to their kids, especially YouTube for kids, because the type of content for you see on YouTube for kids, it's a very robotic way to um, to release dopamine for a kind for the mind of a child, and this is very bad for children in general. And people are discussing about how bad you put your children in front of a screen and let these kids watching movies or videos in general on YouTube for kids was harmful for this kind of kids. The lack of concentration was so huge. The interaction with other person was much less. Um, happened much less, and this is some kind of it's a kind of social media, YouTube.
yes,
And when you don't worry about these little things, this can impact the whole life of a person, especially today, because when I was a kid, YouTube hasn't existed. So I
yes,
didn't
yes,
have to worry about this. But today we have to think about these things, and it's very complex.
yes. I have a big concern about the cartoon from Japan or China, Korea as well. I mean, uh, there are many uh, people kill someone, you know, uh, doing some attitude become the another guys or uh, injured. So I think it's
A lot
could
of
be a
bloody.
yes, a lot of blood. Yes, it's a negative, it's a bad attitude from my view. If the children or adolescents seeing this cartoon all the time, oh Jesus, what's happened? There are loss in there are sorry, alone in in their room. Most of the time, it's a night. The period of the is the night, and the sequence from this procedures is uh, start the cartoon and finishing another, start another, and there is no limit for it. And what's happened in the school? There are bad. You could be bad in the school. They didn't get make a relationship with their friends. They stay all the time hide in the room in the bedroom, I think. So it could be very bad.
You described the stereotype of the whole thing.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
binge watching animes, poor quality of sleep, bad grades on
yes,
school at
yes.
school.
Watching cartoon all the nights. Oh Jesus. until
Yeah,
sunset when the sun when the
sunrise.
sunrise, yeah, until the sunrise. Yes, yes. It's a bad habit.
I did it this in the past when I was a teenager.
Yes,
I spent
my son did it. My son,
yeah.
yes,
And I tell you, it was one of the worst periods of my life because you do this to avoid interacting with other people, build new friends, etc.
yes,
In my
yes,
case, I was raised in São Paulo and I went to here, Aracaju, and basically at that period, didn't exist Instagram, WhatsApp, so basically I lost almost all my friends, and I didn't have as a teenager I was very rebel, and I didn't have the um I didn't wanted to have a chance to build new
yes.
friendships, and I prefer to stay at home and watch uh, this kind of things during all night, etc. So I I remember this period. This happened to
Okay,
me.
but you are
It's crazy.
adult. You are adult in this time. You are adult.
No, I was 15 years old,
15. Okay,
so
okay,
I was a teenager.
okay.
But yeah, that's it. Question number three. Do you feel that people often compare their lives to others on social media? How can this fuel the fire of insecurity, Rogério?
All the time, people do it all the time. And thanks God, I don't have a lot of social media. I just have a LinkedIn. I don't like to put photos on the Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah,
seeing what.
you don't look like a person who spent lots of times on
Yes,
Instagram,
yes,
etc.
yes, yes. I don't like this. I think it's I don't like to show my life or what I'm doing or when what I'm doing when where I am onde estou, yes, where I am. I don't like to show this. I think just use your WhatsApp to communicate with my family, my children, my some parents. I think it's enough for me. It's good. Uh, Fuel the fire of insecurity. How can this? Yes, I think it could provoke a envy, you know, envy. Oh, if they guys do it, I think I can do as well. I think it's a bad habits from my view. I think we can travel, you can work, we can uh, make a curse or another thing and be happy, not to do it because someone is doing as well, or I'm envy because they see if they could, I also could as well. I think it's kind of insecure, you know. It's a kind of envy, insecurity. I think it's a bad habit. Social media, I think it could be used for communicate with if you have a family living in another country, another city, and not to become insecure or become envy. If someone is happy, if someone is rich, if someone have a good condition, I think, you know.
Yeah, I see a very problematic way
Yes.
this thing because we once you started, for example, scrolling or on TikTok or Instagram, you started to see a lot of people always happy, always sharing amazing experiences, like traveling abroad, um, all over the world. or driving nice cars, having a really, really beautiful and big house. And this, in my opinion, this kind of content are very envy triggers, like you said. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
very easy to see yourself as an envy person. But if you if you haven't seen this kind of content, many times you wasn't going to be that envy person. So it's funny because it's like it was made it for us for being envy. It's
Yeah.
strange, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. If I become poor, if you are become
Yeah, my life
unemployed,
sucks.
oh Jesus, what's happened? You become, oh, I'm unemployed. I am poor now. Oh, I don't have food. I don't have. I lost my beautiful car. Oh my God.
It's
The
crazy.
we are living a world that the life is like a, I don't know how I'm gonna say roda gigante. Do you know? The time you are above and all the time you are uh, down. I think I.
But you don't see this on social media. Social media always are, even on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, everyone is just posting about how good
Yes,
is
yes. I am I
your
am the in
company.
the in the, in the Disney.
Yeah, LinkedIn Disney,
Nicky
like
Disney.
this.
Yes, yes, yes. Nicky Disney.
So this because of this kind of things, I try to avoid using social media. For example, I don't have an Instagram account or TikTok. Most of the time that on social media are on Reddit, which is basically an anonymously way to interact with people. So it's a big forum where you choose the topics that you wanted to discuss about, and that's it. It's only text basically, and that's it. This is the whole social media in a
Yes.
nutshell. So, me as a curious person, I'm always searching for content, etc., trying to learn new things. And many times, when I Google for something like how to, I don't know, how to build a YouTube channel, and in the end of the sentence on Google, I put Reddit. So I started to see only links about Reddit, people who posted and discussed about this. And something that I hate on social media in general, that, for example, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you don't have more the dislike button. You only have the like button. So
Like about, oh Jesus.
you can
Yeah.
filter what is relevant or not.
Yes.
And on Reddit, it's the opposite. People can dislike a content or comment or whole post, and this thing becomes negative. Like you're going to see -10, -100, and you can identify this as a bad content. For for me, this is very important because I can see, okay, the whole community talking about this are saying that this is bullshit. So it's much easier to filter what good content is or not. But when you go to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you can't filter what is
Filter.
relevant or not, because the only possibility to see if people disagree with that are reading comments. So you can't see these on the content itself. So this bothers me a lot on social media.
It, it's it's bad. It's another word. I think worse.
It's
It's
worse.
worse. Yeah, because we can't say what you think. You know, you can't say. What's your opinion? No, my opinion is just I like. No, no.
Yeah,
I
because
dislike
when
sometimes.
you have an unpopular opinion about something,
Yes.
if you post it on Instagram, you're going to be killed by people. Everyone's going to cancel you on Twitter. Also, this happens a
Yes, yes,
lot.
cancel. Yes,
So this is pretty bad. So on the other hand, if you're on a social media like that, where it's not important to know who are you, but the content itself, it's easier to trust what's going to discuss it, what is being discussed. And when you see negative opinions and people dislike absolutely about this, and you see this comment is negative, like minus 10, minus 50, uh, you know that more people dislike it than like it, this thing. And it's easier to know if it's a real thing or not, what you're
yes,
seeing.
yes, yes, yes. I agree with you. Difficult.
I don't know why I started to talk about this, but
Mhm. Yes, yes,
how I ended up here, but okay.
yes.
Because this uh,
Comparison.
comparison of lives, and I have this problem with these social medias like Instagram, TikTok, because we are scrolling and see everyone is
Okay.
beautiful, but it's very difficult to see the other side and see people disagreeing with you. For example, on LinkedIn, if you say about anything negativity about the company you work for, it's a big problem for you because everyone see that you work
Yes,
on that on this company, so you can't say bad things about the company or the job you
yes,
have.
yes.
Only positive things are allowed to be posted.
I think they want the word be happy. Just the word be happy, not a bad opinion. They don't like, they dislike a bad opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad, just more one time. Bad opinion is good for our developing, for our building our characters. I think it's important. We can learn. I think you can learn a lot with bad, of different opinion. You know, some
Yeah,
correction. Yeah, some correction, some advice as well.
of course. A very silly example, but I like Formula One, motorsports in general. And there are specific things about Formula One that I'm not sure what's the right side of the thing. Uh, for example, a dispute, some crash between pilots. So I'm not sure what was who was right and who was wrong. So when I started to see on social media people discussing about this and seeing different points of view, I understand each of the point of views, and um, in the end, I decided if it was a bad move or just an accident, or it was a who was the faulty person. And
Yes,
just a silly example, but you can't change the subject to everything, and it's the same result. And some social media is very difficult to see these
yes.
different angles
To
of the
to
same
handle,
things.
to handle. Yes, I agree. I agree. Totally agree.
Okay. Next question, Rogério. Could you read for us, please? Question
Yes.
number 4.
For question four. How do you manage your own time and activity on social media to keep a healthy balance between digital life and real life? In my case, for example, I use it all the time, YouTube, because I always I like to listen electro music, or I am studying on YouTube, listen podcast or something in English, just to open my mindset to developing my better well my English. So for me, it's just difficult to handle this balance, because to manage this balance, because for example, I am driving now. I am listening something. I am wash the dish. I am listening something. or I am which more wash my garage or wash my car. I always listen something, you know. So I know I need to handle this habits very well because it's I think it's wrong, but I try. I think it's so difficult. Uh, Talking about social media, I don't have this problem because I I I see LinkedIn when I'm working all the time or uh, just in the time that I'm working, just need. Now, if he, in the weekend, I avoid to follow my LinkedIn. Uh, I know I need to take care of my real life because I need to practice exercise. I need to go to the mall with my wife, my family. I need to eat out. I need to travel, and uh, because that I am trying to buy a bicycle just to ride to disconnect. I need to. I need. I think it's important to disconnect for some period of the day because our mind there is a necessity in our mind for some like that. I think.
Um, well, in my case, I always watching myself by not scrolling stuff on my cell phone. So I always pay attention if I scrolling too much. I mean, if I'm going this all the time,
Yes.
I
Yes.
started I started to work and say to myself, okay, that's enough. I spend it and spending badly my time because, for example, the only social media today that I do this is Twitter because I like Twitter to know what's happening. So it's my main source of news stuff, like news in general, what's happening in the world is Twitter. Sometimes I open G1, but I prefer
Yes. Yes.
Twitter because it's more unbiased, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. I agree.
and and it's very easy to get lost on Twitter or any other social media, like you are scrolling all the time, especially TikTok. TikTok, it's a cancer. I mean, this is
Yes.
a total virus. It's amazing. Like you create an account on TikTok, you scroll 5 times, and that's it. You're going to be a zombie on this thing. It's crazy. It's very
It is.
addictable, and and something that helps me about screen times in general is because my right eye, I have some problem with this damn eye
Yes.
that every time when I spend very much time in front of a screen, my eye started to hurt, and
Yes.
this helped me to just say to myself, okay, let's take a break.
Yes. 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 Let's
it's
avoid.
it's a natural Pomodoro, so it's easier for me because of this. Um, but when I use glasses, it helps me. But if I'm not using glasses, and it's usual to not wearing glasses on my cell phone, if like 15 minutes on since watching something on my cell phone without glasses, my eyes start to hurt. And
Yes.
I remember, okay, I don't only needed to wear glasses, but I have to decrease my screen time.
Okay. Okay. But it's a big problem or just
I don't
no.
know actually because I already went to different ophthalmologists, and they say it's okay. It's it's not a big deal, but I don't know in the future what's if it's going to evolve to something else.
Okay,
I don't have any story in my family of eye problems, so mm, mm, I actually have no idea why this happens.
understand,
It's only
understand.
on the right eye, but
On the right, I understand, understand. But
it's
you are a technology guy, am I right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. You needed to stay in front of the display just to work to okay.
Unfortunately, this is a
Understand.
downside for me for sure.
Yes, yeah, understand, understand.
It's not here, but I have a colírio, which
Colleague.
I use not every day, but some days when my eye is hurting more than usual, I have to use it, and uh, I can't do anything because I have to work.
Yes, 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 yeah, understand.
uh,
Yeah.
I got to use it, but sometimes it's difficult.
It's important to take care just to not to become a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Okay, so that's it. Managing time on activity, social media. Question number 5. How do you feel about sharing personal moments online? You said a little bit before about
Yes,
this matter.
yes,
You don't
yes.
like it.
I dislike. I dislike to share my personal moments if I'm traveling, if I'm buy a new car, if I'm buy a new house, if I'm going to the beach, if I am doing whatever. I dislike to share my personal life. My wife is the same idea with me. She dislike as well. She doesn't like these habits. She has a Instagram just because she a psychologist, so she needs to put some comments, to put some news topics about psychological therapy, but social personal life, what I am doing, what I'm buying, no, it's not about me.
Yeah, I don't like to share my personal life on social media. Like I said, I don't have an Instagram, for
Yes,
example. But it's difficult to me to say to my friends where I am to stay updated with my friends. Once you don't have this kind of social media, I don't know where my friends are and what they what are they doing, and this sometimes bothers me a little bit because I know people would wanted to know what I'm doing, think new things, etc.
yes,
So it's harder to get updated with your family and friends in general. And for me, this is the downside of not being online on social media and not sharing personal stuff. And you have a lot of people who cares about you and wanted to see what you're doing, new stuff, etc., where you are. And these interactions I miss a little bit, but the downside, the opposite thing about this is, uh, I'm very I'm a person who like you don't want to share where I am, what I'm doing. For example, if you have people of your work on your social media and people see you, for example, traveling, this could I don't like to share these things because I always thinking that someone is seeing and it's not liking and saying things about me that I
yes,
didn't want to be said because if I'm traveling, I could work traveling, for example, because I work from home. I could work from home, but it's not the same thing when you have for example, people from your work on on your social media. My wife suffers a little bit with this because
Yes.
uh, she travels a lot, and for many of these travels are for work purpose, but she worries about what her boss is going to think about the some of these traveling. So it's conflicting
Yes,
many
completely.
times.
Yes.
And you starting to think, okay, I'm going to post these or not because I don't know, my boss is going to see or a colleague, etc. And this bothers me a lot. I don't want to think about this, to have to think about these little things because you're going to miss something someday and
Yes,
it's
yes,
going to be bad.
yes, yes. I agree. I agree with you. I agree. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have a LinkedIn. There are many subjects that the guys put, so it's so important for my professional life. I am following some guys that they are many good conteúdo. I don't know how to say in English. So it's wonderful. It's I use just about it just to follow for my professional life, for my interest, contents. Yes. Okay. So just it, but not to follow the guys if they are traveling or if they are eating, if they are playing something. No, 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 not about me.
Yeah, because LinkedIn is a more it's a different social media. You're not
Yes,
sharing personal stuff
yes,
on
yes,
LinkedIn. It's only business,
yes. I
or
agree.
it should be.
Yeah, it should be nice. Yes, yes, I agree.
Okay, let me see another question. There was
Contents.
a different one that I would like to see here. Okay, this is a great one. Question number 6. Could you read
Yes.
the answer for us, please?
Do you think it's possible to have a meaningful debates or discussion on social media platform? Why or not? Oh, this is possible to have meaningful debate discussion on social media platform. Yeah, for for the guy that love to show their life, I think it's good topic just to learn something about good habits. I think it's good. What you need to show and what you can't show. I think it's a good. It's it could be help, or you could be a which could become a fighter on this platform. You know, I think it's good. Yes, it could be you could create some enemies. I think. Oh, I think it's a could be help. Could be help.
Usually, people debate or discuss more on Twitter about a very broad kind of topics. It's
Okay.
a social media made this way, so it's a social media who people usually are discussing about something all the time. But in my opinion, it's very complicated to discuss in any social media today because anything could be um, cropped from a context and be twisted, and you could I don't know, be it could be harmful for you.
Right.
There's a example that I was remember today. There is a famous movie director from he was from Disney, and he made the movies like Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know if you are
Yes, yes, I
okay.
know.
The guy who made Guardians of Galaxy was fired from Disney because many years ago he posted tweets about bad jokes he had, he created and posted. Like I don't know how many years ago, but many years ago.
Okay.
But these tweets came up recently because he posted things about, I think he was against Trump on not this election but
Okay.
the
Okay.
other
The
one
other.
who was.
Okay.
And people who are supporting who are supporting him starting to digging over his life on Twitter and discovered these tweets
Okay.
and revealed again to the public. And because of this, he was fired from
Really?
Disney.
My
uh,
God.
and he was a tremendous director. Uh,
Oh.
he said apologize for everyone. I was a different person in the past, etc., etc. But Disney didn't care and fired him. Today, he works for Warner Bros. The concurrent, the biggest concurrent,
Yeah.
and he was
Competitors.
competitor, and
Yes.
he was building a new universe of superheroes for movies. And he's a very competent guy. And this is example
Yes.
how
Yes.
bad social
Yeah.
medias
Yeah.
could be if you um, expose what you think about life in general. Could be about
Yes.
politics, could be about music,
I agree.
artists. If you don't like someone, you say this. People are started to digging up your life and see what you said how many years ago and put this out of a context and prejudice you. So
Yes. Yes. I agree.
this is
I
my
agree.
big problem about showing opinions in general on social media. And this is because I like this specific social media, Reddit, because it's anonymous and I can search and discuss about anything. And I don't have to worry about people are going to say about me
Yes.
because no one knows me there.
Yes. 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 I think he lost a good job. Excellent job.
So yeah, that's it. Rogério, unfortunately, our time is over.
Yes.
It was a great conversation. If
Yes.
you
Yes.
wanted to
Yes.
share final thoughts about what did you learn? How was this conversation? Be free.
Oh, yeah, it was a good conversation. I love it. I have a schedule for another days before, but I can't participate. But I intend to do more in the other days. It's a good conversation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Usually this immersion has more people, but the last 2 weeks I couldn't attend and
Okay.
it didn't happen. So maybe people forgot about if whether Anne's going to be back or not. But I
Yeah.
expecting to see more people next week.
Yes. 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 Okay.
Okay, Rogério, thank you. Have a very nice week
Okay.
that is coming, and see you next time.
See you. Have a nice night.